Hey there, it's Dave. Let me catch up on a little bit after last night. I did get a comment asking me if I had ever gotten to dive with the manta rays. And no, I had not. It's still on my bucket list from 1982 to the present. I don't want to do the math and know how long that is, but I've not gotten to dive with the manta rays yet, but I still hope to do it one day. And I've added the whale shark to my list of must-dos. And but thanks for asking, and I'm glad that I've gotten some nice comments from people about the video I posted yesterday, and I'm really glad. I really hope I can be helpful to some. I want to talk a little about the period between me being 44 and 49. I was doing mostly construction. I was a superintendent, building a lot of houses for a great guy named Hector in Savannah, Georgia for 7, 8 years, right up until the crash, through the crash of '08 and a little after. But aside from the negative things, I was enjoying building houses. I was in as fast as I could crank them out. It was a great time to buy and build and expand. It was a good time. And unfortunately, we had the little housing bubble. But while all that was going on, while the boom was going on, I was begging my boss to give me a lot, so I could build a house on it and flip it like all these other folks that are making a ton of money. And boss man didn't give me a lot. He sold me a lot eventually, and he made me promise not to be in there before 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or he'd fire me on the spot, because he knew as soon as it was dried in, I would do all the inside work myself. And so I didn't. I waited till 5:01, and then I went to work on my house. But while I was doing all this, I was living in a little place called Port Wentworth, Georgia. And it was part of my time in Savannah, Georgia. I was there in Savannah for roughly 32 years. Hard to believe. I went for 2 weeks to help my dad with a project, and it took me 32 years to pull out and move on. But Savannah's beautiful, beautiful place. And so as I was building these homes, I got to do some amazing things, meet amazing people in my life. I ended up joining a volunteer fire department, Port Wentworth Volunteer Fire Department. I became a firefighter 1 and first responder. Absolutely loved it. When I took the test for first responder, I got called back into the chief's office pretty quick, and I thought I bombed because I was never a very good test taker. And the chief asked if he had the paramedic in there, and I just knew I was getting ready to get booted. And he said, "Have you ever thought about being an EMT?" Oh, hey, Poe. My cat, Poe, one of the two troubles, wants to go out and play. Have I thought of being a what? An EMT? No. I guess I scored really high on the test because it was a subject that fascinated me. I was really into what I was doing, and we had good insurance through the company I was working for, so I was able to volunteer when I was not building. And I enjoyed being first responder and trying to be first on the scene, so I could jump in a vehicle upside down and help somebody on the highway. And I was also grabbing C-spine, so all the other guys had to do the jaws of life work and all. It was a dirty trick, but I'd be there first on scene. And I enjoyed that time. While I was there doing that and making friends and just having a blast, my son, my oldest boy, who's in the Army, invited me and his brother and his brother's wife oh gosh, I had to think of who else was going there, but it was the three of us, and we went to Japan. We got invited to Japan. Sorry about all that pause. I had 1,000 memories pouring in my head there. We got invited to Japan, another place I'd never thought I would go, and bought the tickets for us and everything, man. Like there's a great payback. Thank you, son. If I hadn't thanked you enough for that. And he brought us over there. The pretense we were going to be meeting his girlfriend, Nina. And it turns out Dave was in the Army, Nina was in the Air Force, and they met in Iraq. And they got married on Veterans Day, and they wanted us to. Oh, I'm sorry, that's who else came. That's why I had the brain fog there. Dave's mom, my first wife, and her husband. Um, and I'm trying to think if Jimmy came along or not. I can't remember, but this was a few years back, 2004, 5, 6, somewhere around there. And anyhow, we had gone on vacations before. Julie, my first wife, my high school sweetheart, got remarried after our divorce and had another child. And we've always maintained a decent relationship for the kids. And I was happy that it was that way, because once I loved anybody in life, we might not be able to get along anymore or still be together, but I couldn't hate them. I could no longer hate anybody for anything. I just would move on, and sometimes it take me longer than I would expect, but we didn't have trouble going on a mutual vacation together. So we all fly to Japan, and when we get there, that's when Dave and Nina tell us that they had gotten married. And I'm very happy. On Veterans Day, a couple military met in a war zone. It's like a great story. And they've had 2 beautiful children. My son's had a great career in the Army, and his wife is also a phenomenal career in the Air Force. Very proud of all of them. And but while in Japan, aside from the amazing scuba diving we got to do in the Sea of Japan, my son got me a treat, as if that wasn't enough of a treat to come to Japan, a massage in Japan. And it was life-altering experience. I had never had a massage. I've been a worker always and not been big on spas and pedicures and manicures and massages and not rocking the table. I'm sorry about that. I've not experienced those luxuries, and so there was a beautiful the whole experience. I have to describe it from step one. There's a beautiful little fishing village in this cove in Japan, and it's almost sunset. And as we get there, the building, it looks like it's 1,000 years old. The woodwork, the patina and everything is absolutely amazing. You walked in the door, and there's a bunch of shoes by the door, and the music in the background is, I'm going to use the word perfect a lot, because everything about this experience was that level of perfection that I had never experienced before. And I was enthralled with the aroma of the place, the music, the lighting, the furniture, woodwork, the little hostess that greeted me, brought me into a waiting area, served me a little perfect size cup of flavored water. Not sure what it was, but it was delicious. And it was not too much or too little. It was just perfect amount. And the young masseuse came in and led me to the massage room, and explained that she would lead the room as I got undressed to the level of comfort and covered myself with the sheet. And she would come in and walk me through everything that we were going to do. And it was a 45-minute relaxation massage. Yeah. And for all of you that are racing way too far ahead, let me say, yes, it was Japan. Yes, it was amazing. No, there was no typical things when you think of massages. And I was strictly relaxation, laying on my stomach the whole time. And for those of you that have ever had a massage, my first question to you is, when you lay on the table and put your face in the little hole, what are you looking at? And probably 95% of you are going to say the floor, because that's where I noticed in other massages, that's what it was. Other massage places I've had since. But what it actually was, looking into, was the most perfect wooden bowl filled with water and the most beautiful lotus flowers or some sort of flower, petaled flower, floating in it. that was perfect. I mean, it was so, I couldn't close my eyes for not wanting to take away looking at this beautiful thing right in front of me on the floor. And I got undressed, covered myself in the sheet. The lady comes in and explains that she's first going to be washing my feet, and has pillows rolled up so that there's no pressure on me whatsoever. My legs are bent at a perfect angle, and I'm not feeling pressure on anything. And as she would uncover my feet, and then with some great warm water and terry cloth, face cloth and soap, proceeded to wash my feet. Never in my life had I experienced that. And 10 out of 10, perfection. Like, oh my gosh, it was wonderful. And then she would dry them and cover my feet, and then proceed to uncover one leg and begin massaging that leg with some perfect lotion, temperature, aroma, everything, the music. I'm trying to enjoy it without drifting off to sleep, because I am extremely relaxed. And she would complete that leg, uncover the other leg, did that, came up to the back, uncovered the back, did my back and my arms, my shoulders. As she would pull down my arms, and she'd get to the end of my hands and pull just all the stress right out the end of my fingertips. Oh my God, it was an experience. It was such a life-altering experience. Had a great time in Japan, good dives, good time with families, wonderful, lovely meeting Nina, beautiful lady. I'm on my way back to Savannah, Georgia, and I decide I'm going to learn to become a masseuse and give everybody I know this experience of relaxation that I don't think, as Americans, we never experience. We don't ever experience. I've never in my life experienced that level of relaxation. And so before I landed at the airport, I'm trying to find out how I can buy my massage table from Bed Bath & Beyond. And as soon as I get there, and I am just in the midst of building my house. I think I had poured, the slab had been poured while I was in Japan. So we're getting ready to start building the house. And I'm staying with my dear friend, Miss Lou, who at this point has, for all intents and purposes, become my third spouse. We never legally were married, but we were an amazing couple for 20 years. And more of that story later on in another video. But for right now, I'm staying at Lou's, and I am designing and working on how my house is going to be built and what parts I'm going to do and how it's going to go. And as I land and get off the airplane, I'm calling Bath & Beyond, ordering my massage table. And downstairs in my garage, I was planning on building a nice workshop. And everything I've ever done in my life, I pretty much have found what I think is the best of something and then copied it. I couldn't draw you a picture of a horse, but if you gave me the Mona Lisa and enough paint, I could probably get a pretty good facsimile. Yeah. I can make a picture that looks like that because I'm good at copying things. Original ideas, not so much, but I can find something that's almost perfect and try my best to copy it. So instead of the workshop, I'm going to turn my spare room into a massage room, and I'm going to learn massage, and I'm going to, on the side, aside from construction and firefighting, I'm going to give massages. I've always been pretty good back rub person to the ladies I had been with, but I had never given a massage. I knew what I had received in Japan, and turns out I could copy it extremely well. But I went to Savannah School of Massage and told them what I wanted. And they, at the time, I think they wanted $12,000, and they wanted to teach me therapeutic and deep tissue and Swedish and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do relaxation massage. That's all I want. Well, you have to get a masseuse license before you can even shake hands with somebody, let alone just give them a massage. And I was like, okay, I need a workaround on this because I'm not paying $12,000 to do something I don't want to do. However, I'm not going to charge anybody. That's still a technicality, whether or not I charge. However, at the time, it seemed like a good idea. I was going to try it and see if I could give a person a good massage, relaxation massage, exactly as I had in Japan, and share that experience with them, and pick maybe if I figure out a way to pick up a little side money. That's what I was going to do. So rather than charge, Miss Lou had a number of friends, and uh, I would say to them, if you've ever had a massage, I would like to practice doing this. And it just so happened, attached to my workshop that was going to be now a massage room, there's a full laundry room, washer dryer, right next to it, a full bath. And it was all doored off. So it's downstairs in my brand new house. My massage room. I set it up with some great music, surround sound, some aroma, some lighting, everything I could to copy the ambiance of what I had in Japan. Obviously, could not come close, but it was nice. It was a nice environment, and I started giving Lou and her friends the exact experience I had in Japan, from the foot washing uh, in the beginning to um, just doing just the back, the legs, the arms, the back, the hands, and about 45 minutes would go by, and I tell the person if they've ever had a massage or if they'd like to leave a couple bucks in the bathroom, cover the lotions and stuff like that, and they did. I got very much positive feedback from it, to the point where I thought I was actually going to go ahead and get that masseuse license. But I would always have to preface it. This us Americans, I would always have to preface this with, now there's nothing sexual about this, because, creepy old dude, not really, but carpenter says, come on over to my house for a massage. It doesn't sound right. But Miss Lou is right here. She's going to be upstairs. Like, it's going to, there's no fear. And so I had allegedly done quite a few people as I was figuring out if I was going to do this or not. And every time it was now there's nothing blah 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 about this, and I just want you to relax. And and sometimes it sounds creepy. I get it, but along comes Super Bowl weekend, and a very good friend and his wife were coming over. It was just going to be the four of us for the Super Bowl weekend, and this fella happened to have been my lumber salesman, named Cowboy. His nickname Cowboy. Good old big Southern boy, and got Cowboy across the front of his red pickup truck, and he is my lumber salesman when I'm building, and every time he would come over to see my house, because I love to cook and I love to make the food a little fancy, and I built the house to flip it so it looks like a magazine. And every time he would come over and I had some fancy food or something, he would always tease me, like this. Oh, Dave, your food is so pretty, your stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I never let it bother me. I know who I am. And I didn't mind the tease. I thought it was quite funny, actually. But on Super Bowl Sunday, we're trying to kill some time, and Miss Lou tells me I should give Donna a massage. And I see Donna about to freak out about this. And I never would force anybody to do anything they didn't want to do. I don't want you worked up about something. I want you to relax. And so she kept pushing and pushing, and I said, Lou, she doesn't want to do this. Leave her alone. And Lou says, well, yeah, even Jackie will do it. I'm sorry, Cowboy. Even Cowboy will do it. And she goes, he goes, yeah, I will. And all of a sudden I go, it hit me like, okay, you will? Really? Really? You're going to let me give you a massage? And he goes, yeah. I said, okay, well, I wasn't sure my massage table was going to hold him. He was 250 pounds, a big dude. I've been doing all these tiny little women, little tiny feet. Here's Jack. He's a giant, thing. And number one. Number two, I'd never rubbed a guy in my life. And I had never shook hands. That was about it. But I'm assuming all this talk I've been doing about there's nothing hanky-panky about this, I better be right. And so I give Jackie the whole spiel, from relaxing talk ahead of time, letting him get under the towel while I was upstairs, giving him the little perfect glass of water, and blah, blah, blah. All the things are going well. And give him the foot wash and the massage. And at some point, he actually fell asleep, which is a great compliment. It's a great compliment. And afterward, after 45 minutes, I go upstairs and start preparing the tea, because there was a post massage cup of tea, perfect again in Hawaii, in Japan. And the bottom line was, the girls are like, "Where's Jackie?" Cowboy's name is Jackie. Sorry, where's Jackie? I said, well, he fell asleep. He'll come up when he wakes up. He's fine. I think he actually may have relaxed for the first time ever. And he comes upstairs, and if I hadn't already said, Jackie is the loudest. He's a loud fella. Well, he's not loud. He's not boisterous. He's a big dude. And he comes upstairs, and he sits on the corner of my couch, and he doesn't say a word. And the girls are looking, like whispering, "We think you broke Jackie." And I go, "Leave the man alone. I think he just had what I had in Japan, what you call an experience, a life-altering experience. What is this relaxation thing? Holy cow. Everybody I know needs to do it. Y'all need to do it." And Jackie calmed down. We had a great Super Bowl, great meal, great time. And as they're leaving, to go home, the front of my house, you had to go down 2 sets of stairs to get out, or the mid-level exit. And as I'm following Donna and then Jackie down the stairs, Lou's behind me. Jackie stops in the middle of the stair, and I'm kind of pinned between him and Lou. As he turns around, he goes, "Dave, I got to tell you, I'm sorry I ever gave you any of this." He said, "That was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced, and I love you, man." And I'm like, "Okay, Jackie, I love you too, brother. You're a good guy." Yeah. "No, Dave, I love you." And I'm like, "Jackie, this is very, very nice of you, but I was just trying to show you what I had. That's all. I love you too, brother. You're a good guy." And from that point on, when I would call him my lumber loads, he would say, "Love you, man." And I'm like, please, just don't say that in front. No, don't. Just, we'll keep this to ourselves, Jackie. And mostly because, hey, people in the lumber business might not understand. We'll just say. And so I wanted to share that experience, because it was a prelude to my next little vacation coming up, which was to Oahu. And I wanted to share it because it was yet another example of, if you want to do something, just do it. Like, find out how to do it. Google the best of whatever it is and copy that. If you don't have an original idea, copy somebody who's already done the best, make it your own, tweak it a little bit. You know that wooden bowl of lotus flowers you look down into in Japan? Yeah, mine was a glass bowl with those colored beads and a betta fish swimming around in a little candle floating. It was like eye candy, and the flowers and all that. It was, to me, taking something and upping it a little, putting my little spin on it. Sitting in the chairs ahead of time, talking about, stress and what bothers us, what we're worried about, what we're not. It was a good time, and I helped a lot of people. I believe I did. They told me I did. Helped a lot of people relax and be more mindful of the beauty of this time we have here. Now, while all this is going on, I have another dear friend that I have done some work on his house, and we became fast friends. And although I'm not a hat guy, I'm wearing this hat for him tonight because he sent me this hat in the mail. And it says, if you can spin it around or whatever, it says, "What a difference a Dave makes." Now, what what a great, I couldn't, I was gobsmacked, and I use that word too often. I don't take that word out of my vocabulary. I was amazed when he sent me this hat in the mail. He said, "Hey, did you get my gift?" I go, "Yeah, dude, what is a difference that Dave makes?" He goes, "Yeah, you always make me laugh, make me smile, whatever. I just wanted to pay you back a little something. When I saw the hat, I wanted to send it to you." And I'm like, "Wow, thanks, dude. I really appreciate it." So when I'm having a bad hair day, I'll throw a hat on. I never was a backward hat guy, but I don't care. I'm appreciative to my friend Michael for sending me this. And as I've traveled the country and wherever I've gone, I've tried to snap a picture and send it to him and let him know that he's thought of as highly as he must have thought to send me a gift like this. What a difference that Dave makes. Yeah, we all are able to make a difference if we try. We may not always succeed, but just keep trying. If you want to do anything, figure out what it is. There's a gazillion ways to figure out what you might be good at. And then even if you're not good, try. Worst to happen, you fail and try something else. But my little foray into massage was I still carry my massage table with me in the RV, which is what we are in case you're wondering why my ensemble, this isn't a green screen, this is our home. And I have a lot more stories to tell you. I can't wait to tell you, but that was the one of my friend Jackie and the massage. And I hope he doesn't shoot me when he sees it on YouTube. I really appreciated him and his beautiful wife Donna, and all the people that helped me along the way live this amazing life. Want the same for all of you. So I hope you keep tuning back in. I got more stories to tell, a lot more stories. As the one is coming up, I haven't quite figured this out yet. I don't know how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to navigate the ups and downs and the highs and lows, because I don't mind sharing all of it with you. I've had some low lows, which made me more who I am today, as far as appreciate the life I have and the blessings I have. Without all of those, I might not feel as good as I do right now. So if you're in a bad way, I hope it's short for you. And if you have problems, maybe, like many people say, maybe they're just opportunities in disguise, and you can work at it and get yourself out of drama, as I call it, and find something you're really good at and help others. And that's a great attitude, because it's not a joke. It does come back to you tenfold, so long as you're not looking for it. Give without expectation, and you'll be a happy person. I am. Thanks again for listening. I gotta shut up or I'll never stop. Hope to see you again soon. Thank y'all.